Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 909. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing a book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 20 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that 3 things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can even transform quite magically someone who doesn't even see themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those 3 things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Content marketing is a commitment, not a campaign. Jon Buscall, I believe is how you pronounce it. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. First, I have a quick programming note. Be sure and tune into tomorrow's episode where I interview attorney Catherine Goldman of the Creative Law Center. Catherine specializes in legal issues for creatives, especially authors. We had a great conversation covering everything from excerpting works from other people in your book, where the lines are drawn when telling all in memoirs, and so much more. So please tune into the show tomorrow, Wednesday, October 13th. And the message for today's episode is actually about how Catherine got my attention, how I booked her to be a guest here on the show in the first place. In a word, the answer is content. I've been on her email newsletter list at a recommendation of a friend and publishing industry colleague for several months now. I've been enjoying all her newsletters, including the one recently where she referenced a podcast she was appearing on to talk about legal issues affecting authors. I listened to that podcast. I was impressed with what I heard. Catherine has a great way of breaking down author legal issues like intellectual property rights, things like that, into easy to digest tips. She frequently inserts stories to make her examples. You guys know that I love stories. In other words, just great interview guest, great content. Immediately after listening to that podcast interview with her, I reached out and invited her to be a guest here on Your Daily Writing Habit. Well, she graciously accepted, and we recorded her interview last week. It airs tomorrow, so there you go. The power of content in getting attention. Now, that same publicist friend of mine who recommended me to Catherine, she and I were chatting about this last week, how so many authors mistakenly believe that in order to draw attention to their books and their brand, they need to shell out large sums of money to put a publicist on a monthly retainer. When in reality, by consistently producing content, you hold a ton of power in getting your work out there, getting your name out there. Content not just on your social media, but also in articles that you pitch way outside the boundaries of your social networks, to outside publications and content websites. And hey, the best part is, we're authors. We know how to write. We have a huge advantage over others in business, other entrepreneurs who legitimately struggle with writing even a simple article. Use your author advantage. Put yourself out there and in multiple mediums, not just the same social media networks over and over. Pitch yourself as a guest for podcast interviews, do videos, articles for others, guest blogging, and of course social media, but just make sure you switch it up there. And as I'm always preaching here, it's a loud internet out there. To get attention, you must continue starting and feeding conversations with your audience, authentically, telling stories, being yourself. Keep using your words. That's what we have them for. And to learn more about this, post about this episode in my Inc. Authors group on Facebook with your thoughts and questions. I'll tag some expert resources so you can learn more about the valuable role of content in getting publicity for yourself as an author. So just do a post in Inc. Authors on Facebook. Let me know that you are interested in what I'm saying in today's episode, and I'll see if I can help you even further. And again, don't forget to tune into the show tomorrow for my interview with attorney Catherine Goldman of the Creative Law Center to learn about many of the author legal things. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And I would be so appreciative if you could subscribe and follow the show wherever you happen to be listening, and leave a review while you're there. Thank you so much. Until tomorrow, happy writing.